Greetings everyone. We are officially in summer. To be honest, summer can be a little bit of a hard time for gardening because
everything kind of starts to really feel the pest pressure and the heat pressure. I like a beautiful look, but sometimes you just have to let things be.
So you can see what is going to survive and what is going to succumb to the drought or the heat or the pests. I have some basil that actually seems to be loving this summer heat. I did go ahead and plant some honey nut squash here and here. Instead of being discouraged, if it makes you feel better, just plant more seeds, just to have some backups, just in case. There's different times of the season where certain pests are more prevalent than others. And so knowing that those seasons come and go is great, because then when you plant new seeds, you know that there's a possibility that I won't have to deal with things like the squash bugs and the squash beetles as much as I had to deal with them earlier in the season. In this raised bed,
I took out the last few onions that I had, and I also took up the zucchini plant. Typically they last way longer than that and you get way more from the plants, but the pests were just so prevalent that it kind of made more sense to just take the plant up and plant something else instead of keeping it there. So
with that being said, I planted some beet seeds all in this area, and I planted some long cucumbers along this trellis because the green beans are doing so-so. I don't think they like this heat, this consistent heat. See a beautiful green bean right here. I will plant some more green beans, but I'm going to do it in a different area of the yard.
planting new seeds, staying on top of succession planting is really going to help you not lose hope when you're in the middle of summer and things are just looking dry and sickly and bug infested.
It can all bounce back. Number one, plants are a lot more resilient than you think. And also, if it makes you feel better, you can always plant new seeds. So that is what I'm choosing to do. Just working section by section, little by little. Doing it this way allows me to stay on top of watering, especially during the germination time. And then I won't have to be so on point with watering once they actually are growing. Another thing to remember is that sometimes the plants are simply conserving energy during the really hard times in the season, and you'd be surprised how they bounce back once the conditions improve.
So it's important to also know when to not give up on the plant and just let it be. Even if it looks sad and limpy, it probably could just be a survival mechanism,
so that it can save as much energy as possible in order to stay alive during hard times and during droughts and things like that.